Hey everyone, Jeff Clay here, Realtor in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I wanted to do a quick video today about closing costs because closing costs come up in pretty much every single sale, and they are important to the purchasing and the selling of real estate. If you don't know what closing costs are, essentially they are just the costs that are associated with purchasing a property. Generally, the majority of the closing costs are the buyer's responsibility. They're things like attorney fees, there are things like lender fees, appraisal costs, inspection costs, things that you have to pay for when you're buying a house. Now, oftentimes in the market, the way that it is today, buyers will ask for a seller to pay some or all of their closing costs. And as a buyer, it makes a lot of sense for you to ask for a seller to pay closing costs because, as a buyer, you want to keep as much cash on hand as you can. There are a lot of costs that are associated with buying a house. You're probably going to have to furnish that property. You have a down payment that you're making, and closing costs are something that you may be able to get the seller to pay for you. As a seller, you definitely need to understand why a buyer is asking for those closing costs, and they ask for them, for the reason that I just stated. They want to keep as much cash on hand as possible. And as a seller, for you, it generally does not make a difference whether someone is asking for closing costs, as long as you're getting the number that you need to be able to move on and sell your property. So if you have a house for sale and a buyer offers you $250,000 and they ask for you to pay $5,000 in closing costs, that's the exact same thing. It's the exact same net in your pocket as if a buyer offers $245,000 and they don't ask for you to pay any of their closing costs. So you have to keep that in mind. And a lot of sellers get caught up in feeling like they don't want to pay something that is someone else's responsibility. But again, the reality of it is, as long as you're getting what you need out of the property and you get your number, it really should not make a difference what if the buyer's asking for closing costs or if they aren't asking for closing costs. So that's my little spiel on closing costs. If you have any questions about real estate in Charlotte, North Carolina, anything real estate related at all, please feel free to reach out to me. Let me know. Send me an email, shoot me a message, give me a call. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.